His name is Dennis Troper. What exactly is the unspeakable burden and horror Dennis has to deal with every day? He has to wake up every morning next to this thing. That's his wife, Susan Wojcicki, the very popular, disliked CEO of YouTube. Just in case you doubt whether or not I said her name correctly, here, I'll let her tell you herself.
My name's Susan Wojcicki.
Many claim that she's the most powerful woman in tech today and the most important person in advertising. Now, it's true. Google/YouTube is a private company and they can run it any way they see fit, even if it's into the ground, which is exactly what Susan's been doing since she took the helm in 2014. A couple things you may not know about Susan. In 1998, when Google was in its infancy, Larry Page and Sergey Brin set up shop in Susan's garage. In fact, Susan became Google's 16th employee, and she's the ex-sister-in-law of Google co-founder Sergey Brin, who married her sister Anne before Sergey went in search of greener pastures with a 26-year-old junior executive named Amanda Rosenberg. Since Susan took over YouTube, she's done nothing but crap on the content creators who took their time and used their talents to make YouTube the social media giant it is today. She has censored them, taken away their income, and has held them to the standard of YouTube's vague policies, which dishes out community guideline strikes, which disables channel functions and jeopardizes the very existence of those creators' channels. In true sociopathic form, and in the face of her blatant hostility and censorship toward free expression on her company's site, she has the audacity to show her face on the very platform she's single-handedly working to dismantle and has created her own channel. This woman is so out of touch with reality on her own platform that she actually thinks people like her and want to see her.
I'm going to be making videos regularly. Just check back to my channel till my next video.
Right off the bat on her channel, you'll notice that with only 29,000 subscribers, Susan already has a YouTube verified check mark. You may think that's no big deal, but check this out. Her own company's policy clearly says, quote, "Here are some common sense rules that'll help you steer clear of trouble. Please take these rules seriously and take them to heart. Don't try to look for loopholes or try to lawyer your way around the guidelines. Just understand them and try to respect the spirit in which they were created." So you gotta follow YouTube's rules if you're gonna be a YouTuber. Now here are the eligibility requirements that all YouTubers, that's all YouTubers, must meet before they get that verification check mark. Quote, eligibility criteria. Once your channel gets 100,000 subscribers, Susan, you're eligible to submit a request to YouTube for a verification badge. As of the recording of this video, Susan's channel is more than 70,000 subscribers short of that criteria, and yet she's given herself that verification check mark. This means that Susan didn't look for loopholes or try to lawyer her way around anything. She just arbitrarily gave herself her own unearned check mark. So it's obvious that she isn't interested in taking her own rules seriously, but she expects you to. This makes Susan a YouTube rule breaker. But she didn't break a vague rule, she broke a very clear rule. That alone tells you everything you need to know about Susan's character. In her first video, she actually has some puppet saying this.
Am I getting paid for this? No, I'm not getting paid. Okay, cool. Please enjoy.
Am I getting paid for this? How many YouTubers are asking that very question today? To so many YouTubers, that's like a slap in the face. With all the time, research, and energy it takes to produce quality content, they've since stopped asking if they're getting paid for this, because YouTube's made it clear. You don't get rewarded unless you toe the party line, unless you say things that we agree with. I wonder if the shareholders in Google's corporation are aware of how hated this woman is, or how intolerable and oppressive her company's practices are. And all these content creators who collaborated with her in her first video, including The Rock, are either uninformed about the censorship practices of Susan on her platform, or they're spineless pussies who don't want to rock the boat and jeopardize derailing their YouTube gravy train. And there's little doubt in my mind that these YouTubers were monetarily enriched by Google to shill for Susan.
There are creators out there who are actually taking some of these tough topics and they're doing a great job to encourage understanding, to encourage empathy. We gave them additional funding. We have a fund of $1 million that we gave to them.
I would like nothing more than to say something positive about you, Susan. But the reality is, you're not taking Google's former slogan to heart. Don't be evil is apparently not a motto you're willing to live by, because you're doing the exact opposite. And that's really unfortunate, because YouTube is in a great position to champion individual liberties and free speech and change the world for the better. But thus far, Susan, you would have none of that. The truth hurts, so I'm going to take another piece of advice from one of your shill YouTubers who suggested this.
If we have one word of advice, don't worry about the negative comments. Everybody gets them. And besides, reading mean comment videos make for great content.
Speaking of mean comments, on her first video, even with all these popular YouTubers and The Rock, check out these stats. It has over 500,000 views with a little over 12,000 likes and over 95,000 dislikes. Her second video got over 135,000 views with 3,700 likes and 33,000 dislikes. Objectively speaking, there's really nothing to like about these videos. There's no creativity, no personality, no heart, and no genuineness. Let's take a look at some of those mean comments. On her first video, her pinned comment reads, "Thank you for all the comments. I've been reading them closely and take your feedback seriously." One of the main reasons I started my channel was to have a place to talk with creators and viewers about the important topics around YouTube. In future videos, I'll be responding to creator and viewer questions and feedback about YouTube. Please stay tuned. Susan might as well be honest and open about what's going on at YouTube and change the name to Corporate Controlled Tube or Censor Tube, maybe even Punish Dissent Tube, because they've done a great job so far of taking you out of the picture. Here's some of the comments under Susan's pinned comment. Manny Folder said, "I doubt you'll do any of that. You are deaf by choice." Over 2,200 likes. Sample Text wrote, "You can just simply try to fix the problem, you know?" 1,700 likes. Anyway said, "Fix demonetization." 1,988 likes. This person used a little diplomacy and maybe a little sucking up. They said, "I just wanted to say thank you for acknowledging the feedback. I know that a lot of it is extremely negative, and I personally have a few gripes as well, but I appreciate the sentiment and willingness to have a dialogue." Of course, Susan liked that one. Iced Out Cheney wrote, "This video is not suitable for most advertisers." Nyanium said, "Hi Susan, can you stop giving me strikes and give us back our free speech?" Colonel Spicy was direct and to the point. "You are the Grim Reaper of YouTube." Mega Crasher said, "Make YouTube what it used to be, organic and enjoyable. This corporate censored dictatorship style isn't working out for anyone here." 2,100 likes. Even my teenage son wrote, independently from my input, "This proves the zombie apocalypse is real." If you want to give him some props, I'll have his channel link in the description. He'd probably have a heart attack if you guys subbed his channel. The bottom line is this: YouTube and their out-of-touch CEO has made it clear. If you're not pushing their narrative, you're not welcome on their platform. I end this video with a challenge to you, Susan. You say, quote, "One of the main reasons I started my channel was to have a place to talk with creators and viewers about the important topics around YouTube. In future videos, I'll be responding to creator and viewer questions and feedback about YouTube." Susan, how about you contact me right here on High Impact Flicks, and we'll do a live stream so that we can field the questions and comments of YouTube creators and viewers in real time. Only complication there, Susan, is that I'll have to live stream using a different platform since the last community guideline strike you handed me disabled my YouTube live stream privileges. My goal in interviewing you is to deliver the harsh truth you need to hear so you can make the changes you need to perform so you can make YouTube the censorship-free platform it used to be. Basically, we all want to help you save YouTube. And Susan, if you're not willing to listen to the real problems with YouTube, and if you're not willing to fix those problems, I hereby request that Google send me an application for employment, because they are in dire need of a new CEO. What do you guys think? If you're interested in this live dialogue with Susan Wojcicki, where real people who aren't paid shills can ask her real questions, make this video viral on social media, and let's get this message to Susan.
Till my next video.